today. Welcome to Art Journal Life. I'm Stacy and I'm moving you, sorry. Okay, we're going to try to stay in focus. Today we're going to do something a little different, honestly, like I've been struggling. So this is a last minute decision. It's been a tough week. I lost a friend and that's weighed heavy on my mind for the entire week. It's unfortunate. I know grief very well. So art is my way to heal. So this is what I'm doing today. So I don't know. I wondered if you guys know Messy May. It's Get Messy is the website, and Kaylee Gray is the oh my gosh, that's my dog throwing her bone. If you could hear it. Kaylee Gray is who runs it. It's a great little prompt thing, mostly daily, I guess, but not always. So today was it gardening or seeds or something was their prompt. And this is where my inspiration came from. So I have this stencil. You can't buy this anymore, but I'm telling you about it because the company that made this got sold and they no longer have these. But when I bought the stencil, I also got the masks with it, and I thought this could be kind of fun to play with these. But what I really want to do today is I have this, well, it's a drawing paper, but it's tinted. So this is what it is, Strathmore Art again, and it comes in a bunch of colors. So you have this darker gray, this brownish color, this pinkish gray, I would call it, maybe a gray. This is bluish. That's very pink or raspberry. And then this yellowish sort of hue, tint, whatever. So I chose to use this one today, and this is what I'm going to do. Because it was about blooms or gardens, or now I can't remember what it was, but it's insignificant, I think, whatever. This is me, guys. Sorry. But I wanted to use my pastels, and I was looking for my soft pastels, which apparently I no longer have. So I do have these Pan Pastels, if you've never used these. I think that they are made by Golden, or Golden bought this company. It does say Golden in the back. So, okay. These are Pan Pastels. I've had these for years and years and years. They're super soft, super, I don't know, cool. So I bought them years ago to use as shadows in some work that I was doing. But I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to try these. So they all come like this, but they also stack, which I thought was pretty cool. You could, stack. They screw on to the bottom of another one. They're made to stack like this, which I thought was very cool. It's not very practical except for carrying around with you. So these are the colors I have. This is what we have to work with. Hi, Estella. Good to see you. So I have black, yellow, red, purple, green, in this brownish color. So that's what we're working with. So, when you're handed lemons, make lemonade is kind of my attitude. So a couple things. I'm not sure how these colors are going to come out, but we're going to try them. And I'm going to make it look like garden flowers. So that's what I hope to do. So they make these little sponges. Let me show you all the kinds of sponges. So they're all different shapes. You can buy a package that has all of these in them. So you could use those. They have these little, what I call makeup brushes. Honestly, you probably could get makeup brushes and use them. And then they have this, it's kind of like a palette knife with a foam pad on it. So this is another one. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to make a bouquet of flowers. I don't know how this is going to come out. And we're just going to see how we like it. So that's what I'm doing today. So I have this art again paper. I just ripped this in half in case I wanted to start again. But my idea is to make a bouquet of flowers, or maybe make it in a pot or something. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, yes, Estella Golden did acquire them. I was pretty sure that's what I saw. I love these Pan Pastels, by the way. I don't know that I could spend a lot of money on collecting them like this, but I just love them. I'm taking a sip of my coffee, you guys. So, okay, let's just go, right? I mean, let's just have fun with it. Let's see if we can get a little yellow in the middle here. So I like them because, I've always loved pastels. And when I first started my art journey, I worked with soft pastels because I didn't really think I could draw. And this helped me feel like pastels are forgiving. You can smudge them. You can, you know, make art that looks like something. They're very easy to use, and that's why I loved using them. So again, this isn't about perfection. I just want to give the idea of some form of art. So the real colors that we have to use here are red, which I really like a lot. I'm going to actually open a new one of these. But once I got these, I realized that, like, honestly, you could use eye makeup brushes, which I think you could get for pretty inexpensive. But this is how they come. And really, it's, you can use as much or as little as you want. Let's see if we can mix colors here, make this look a little more orange. Yes. So they do kind of mix or blend nicely together. That does look more orange. I don't know if you can pick that up on the computer, the camera. So I really want some yellow in the middle of some of these. So we're, again, a limited palette. Maybe this isn't what I would have chosen for myself, but it works, right? We're making flowers. We can even make some green flowers, because who's to say there isn't something like that. So Estella, back in the day, Estella said, I haven't tried Pan Pastels yet. Back in the day when I was following, oh my gosh, Tisha Moore, and learning from her in the early days how to art journal, basically, her way. She used Pan Pastels to create shadows around her images, and it made the images pop on her pages. And that's how I got introduced to them. So I just started with a few basic colors. I think, honestly, like, these were my colors because they were more shadow-like. I might have bought the red also and then acquired these other ones later on. But they're fun to play with and they're fun to use. So I'm going to make some stems and probably some leaves here. And here's why, because I needed an uplifting exercise today. So these blend quite nicely. You probably could erase them if you had to, if you made a mistake, if you cared about those things. I'm not too wrapped up in that. I am going to, excuse me for the frog in my throat. I am going to do some kind of vase or something on the bottom here. But I'm liking this. Like, I'm kind of liking where that's going. And they're super easy to use. This is the fun about them too, right? Like, there's no, like, it's got to look a certain way. So I'm just going to do like a black vessel to hold them. But as I said, when I got started, I loved I loved pastels, regular pastels. I didn't have pan pastels when I first got started, but as a drawing tool, because they're forgiving, you could make something amazing with very little effort. And even if you messed it up, you made it look good because, you know, they're so smudgy. It's so warm here today. It's crazy. Okay. Let's see. I kind of want like, let's try the brown one maybe. So you can just rub these off. The brown and the black are, well, I guess you can tell them apart. So you can kind of rub them on a piece of paper and take off all the, in case you want to use these with other colors, and it works fine. So let's see. I think I'm going to add some maybe yellow flowers. How's that? So without any effort, in a small amount of time, you actually can make some cool art. Now, I see these look like they're in space, so I'm going to kind of try to ground them a little. So now, the other thing that you could do, oh, where is my black? Oh, I was hoping I had my black pencil here, but I don't. So this is my Stabilo All. So if you wanted to add a little more detail, you could. I don't. Can you hear my dog downstairs throwing her bone hard on the ground? I have to laugh. She does it when I, of course, go live. So I'm just like kind of outlining with this color to give some definition here. So you could do something like this. If I had my black one, I would do down here, but since I don't, I won't. So the Pan Pastels, I mean, I'm limited in colors in my color palette, but, you know, here we go. So I thought that this paper was cool, this sort of textured and tinted paper also. I'd love to have a better variety of colors, but I think that that's okay for what I've got here. I'm pretty much all right with it. And then I think the other thing we'll do is we'll try using these. And I'll just see how they work through a stencil. I'm guessing they'll work great. Let's get... So there's that. And then we can overlay some other colors maybe here. Maybe this one. This is more of an experiment to see how this does. And I think it's doing great, by the way. I'm going to add this one. Wow, it was supposed to be cool today. Excuse me. It was supposed to be cool today, and it is the farthest thing from cool. It's so hot. It's raining, the sun's in for sure, but I mean, okay, so this is another way to use them is through stencils like this. And I do think that that's kind of fun. And maybe another color. How about the yellow for this? So it works through the stencil also, which I really kind of love. So let's give this some kind of a and maybe we'll give it some kind of a vase or a, I don't know, some kind of a vessel. So this is how easy art could be. Even when you don't feel like doing art, you can find a way to get out of your head and create something. And there you have it. So we have the stencil idea. The Pan Pastels are super fun to play with. I mean, I think I'm a horrible drawer, and even that is right? Tolerable. And I had limited colors, you know, green, black, brown, red, and yellow. So just boring, you know, not a lot of color or color variation or anything. But look, I mean, if you don't feel like doing art, but you do, you know what I mean? You don't feel like getting too detailed. There's a way around all of it, and it looks great. Now, here you could outline all these. You could add details. This certainly would tolerate, I wouldn't use my good pens on it, but pencils, like the Stabilo all pencils or colored pencils, I mean, it would tolerate all of that for details. You could use a white pen. You could use a white crayon or gel. I wouldn't use my gel maybe on them. But you could add more details. And this paper, again, this Artigan paper, was kind of really fun to use. So I'm going to show you again. So there's this, I don't know, I guess I would call that bluish. This is a little bit darker than the one that I used. It is gray, green maybe. This is gray. That's like robin egg. This one is just okay. It's pinky, you know, like raspberry maybe, but textured looking. And then this one is more yellowy. So that also is a cool thing to do with the tint papers. But the pan pastels are certainly fun, and I love soft pastels, so, you know, I loved this. Okay, so this is my lesson, my art for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Go make something fun. You could use stencils or not. And share with me what you did. Find our group on Facebook, which is Art Journaling Community, but I'll put a link below when I upload the video. And join us and share with us what you make if you do something like this. Okay, everybody, thanks for being here. Enjoy your week, the rest of your week, the weekend, and I'll see you next week for another live. Thanks for being here. Bye, everyone.